Just cold open. What do you mean?
Cold open!
What kind of options do we have for what?
For the sound, I can't hear anything.
Which microphone do you have?
I got my Blue Yeti.
Turn the dial under the mute button.
Oh, I thought that was the gain.
No, that's the back. The back is the gain.
I'm so old. I was like, I'm not going to touch that because that's the gain.
At one point, I worked in the technology.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm working in the tech sector.
I can't hear anything.
I can hear now, so we're good.
When was the last time we did a podcast?
Was it a year ago? I think it was a year ago.
Was it that long?
Yep. But our fans, they just kept asking for more.
They did.
Yeah, they did. I just couldn't get away from it. I tried to, but they just kept asking for more.
How many emails did you get?
I think I saw an email. No, I saw a YouTube comment. One. I think it was for me, though. It was an old one for me that I just went back and looked at, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. We should do that again."
I had so many emails. Gmail shut down my email inbox, and then I realized I had been spamming myself.
How do you spam yourself? I guess that was a joke.
I don't know. So sad.
I moved my dad over to Windows 11 a couple days ago. Talking about spamming
when
your
you said
email.
When you said I moved my dad over, I thought you were going to say something totally different than Windows 11.
Moved my dad over to the home. I moved my dad over to the home a few days ago. And then I installed.
So how's Windows 11 treating him? Did he upgrade from Windows 98?
Yeah, he had a computer which was like 8-9 years old, and they need a new CPU processor in it. But the thing is, they want you to save everything to OneDrive, and you only get 5 gigabytes. So he opened his email after I set it up, and he's saying, it says I won't get any more emails. It's just because they also store email, I guess, on OneDrive, and so I had to.
Would he just save every single email he ever had?
He does, actually. He saves everything. He's got he's a bookmark guy too. He's got like 5 million bookmarks of every page he's ever visited.
Does he ever go back to the bookmarks? Because I'll have like tons of bookmarks. I'll be like, this is interesting. I'll bookmark this. And then every once in a while I'll look in the bookmark folder and I'm like, I didn't even know I kept that.
Yeah, I never go back to bookmarks either, but he uses them all the time. He's actually he actually goes to a website which is just all bookmarks to start. Like, he opens a website which has all your bookmarks saved there.
What's it called? Google?
It's Papaly, I think. Papaly.
No, but like,
wants to
at a certain point, don't you just search in Google or something for the website you're looking for and just go there?
He hasn't figured it out. He's not figured that out yet.
Does he do that thing where like he needs to call somebody, so he goes into Google and types in the person or the company he has to call and just calls the first phone number that comes up, and then like gets shocked when they want him to subscribe to some $4.99 a year, like, or a month, like maintenance? Or is that just me?
What is that? Just you? What is that? That was a pretty detailed story there.
I'm just saying that there are elderly people out there that are getting scammed. They're getting scammed.
He won't fall for any of that, but
the elderly are getting scammed because they'll go on and they'll say, I have a problem with my iPhone, or I'll have a problem with my iPad, and they will go to Google and type in Mac or iPad support. And the first phone number that comes up is not what you want.
Yeah, they put someone puts a sponsored link at the top. There's like 12 links that are sponsored until you get down to your link that you want to get to.
So they call that number, and then all of a sudden Apple's like, well, for $4.99 a year, we'll protect your iPad from the virus that you don't have.
Yeah.
Now share your screen with us and go to your bank account so we can take a look at it.
There's some people who track down these hackers online.
Yeah, the Scam the Scammer videos.
Yeah, Scam the Scammer.
I like those because they use like the voice changer and they pretend to be like old ladies and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there was one guy I saw a video where he actually got into the cameras of the scammer's place, and he showed them the video camera.
Oh yeah. He's like, he was showing them like a video of them. I think he was like calling them or something, or he was like, I don't know.
So now that we took a year-long break and did some soul searching,
what have you learned in this year? Anything? That was a good timing. Nothing.
What I learned, not much.
Yeah, I've just been trying to survive, I guess.
Well, the last time we talked, you had sold everything you had just so you could go to Disney for a week.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's longer than a year then. Yeah, Disney broke me, man.
I'm still paying that off. That's like a student loan.
It was worse than the student loans, actually. I think I got my daughter out of college for a lot less than a trip to Disney World for 4 cost.
Did she graduate?
She's graduating in about a month.
Congratulations.
Or no, actually 2 weeks. I'm supposed to be there. Maybe I'll make it. I don't know.
Well, it depends when we finish the podcast.
Yeah, so yeah, she's graduating, and she was supposed to go to graduate school, but she never applied or something. It's supposed to be real competitive, so...
Well, it's a lot more competitive if you don't apply.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. She wants to take a year off and work, but it'll probably be like 4 or 5 years. And
I'm still taking a year off to work.
What's that?
I'm 51. I was taking a year off.
I wish I could take a year off and not work, but...
I know.
Yeah.
Well...
Anyways, I was checking out some news stories.
Yeah.
One that caught my eye today was that there's some people who are claiming that they're selling Tyrannosaurus Rex leather bags, like made out of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Really?
And the researchers, the T-Rex researchers, you know those T-Rex researchers?
I know 3 of them just on my block. There are so many of them.
They're upset about this. They say it's not really genuine T-Rex leather.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
how
assuming
could anybody other than a T-Rex researcher come to this conclusion?
I don't know, but it's just stupid, and someone's probably paying a lot of money for that stupid bag. It just angers me. So T-Rex bag.
Every time I hear of something like this, some sort of scam, where somebody's like, yeah, we're selling T-Rex bags for... They're probably selling them for like, what, $1,500?
Who knows? I mean, it could be $15,000 for these idiots who would buy a T-Rex bag. But anyways, they grow the leather. It's like, you've heard of lab meat, right? They like grow the leather.
Lab-grown leather?
Yeah, so I guess they probably got some T-Rex...
What was this like? They found
off the black market.
They found a mosquito trapped in some sap, and they took out some DNA.
Yeah, exactly. So
we replaced it with lizard DNA, and now we grow the leather. Thanks, Jurassic Park.
They're cloning T-Rexes. They're cloning woolly mammoths.
The woolly mammoth they're going to clone.
A dire wolf.
I don't even know what a dire wolf is.
I don't either. What the difference between a regular wolf and a dire wolf is, but they cloned it.
So you know what's next? We have to sell woolly mammoth bags.
That's good. Yeah, we can grow them I can grow them in my bathtub.
We can grow anything we want now. It just takes time. Every time I hear of the scam like this, where you're selling stupid people things that are obviously fake, and they're so dumb they buy it, I'm so angry I'm not the person doing it.
Yeah, because they usually make a lot of money off of it. And I'm wondering, why didn't I think of that? But then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ethical. Oh yeah, I have a soul.
But is it really that bad?
No, it's not bad.
Like, if you're dumb enough to think that your purse is made of real T-Rex leather, and they were
you deserve to lose your money.
Correct. And they were covered in feathers anyway. They weren't even it wasn't like reptilian.
Yeah, there's not even any feathers on this bag.
Exactly. Though that's the real issue.
Actually, they say we're showing a crocodile bag.
Oh, so they took a crocodile bag and said it was a T-Rex?
Yeah, but...
Because, who's going to argue? That's not what it looked like.
Hey, that's exactly what a T-Rex looks like.
I know.
Like a crocodile bag.
The,
lab-grown teeth could offer an alternative to fillings. That's what we need, some lab-grown teeth.
My wife got a filling done, and her tooth was hurting. And anytime somebody complains to me that something's hurting or they don't feel well, like if my kids are sick or something like that, I'm like, you're fine.
You just ignore it?
Because if it goes away, then it's not really like a thing. But if they're really hurt, then it must be really bad. Oh, God. Do you remember when we lived in Astoria and Joel's appendix burst?
I think so.
Or were you on tour for that? That was one of those situations where I was like, you're fine.
Oh, he was in the house and his appendix burst.
He was in the house and his appendix had exploded and he was sick and throwing up and pain. And I was like, just take a Tums.
I thought my appendix burst once, and it just turned out I was dehydrated and it was just crap in my gut.
It's just a backed up internal septic system.
They gave me milk of magnesium and told me just to go home. They gave me some water, told me to go home, and nothing passed. And then I went out that night and started drinking.
That'll do it.
And about the next morning I blew up a few.
Killed John, as they say.
Yeah, it was something else. It was something else, something to behold.
Anyway, anyway, my wife's tooth, back to teeth, right?
Yeah, go back to
So she gets a filling in her tooth, and then a couple days later, she's like, my tooth, something doesn't feel right. I'm like, yeah, you got a filling. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. No, my tooth is something. A couple days later, the same thing. It kind of hurts up here. And I'm like, maybe you have a sinus infection. Ask ChatGPT. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, right? So she goes to another dentist, and the other dentist was like, yeah, it's like walking around with a pebble in your foot. The dental work was not done correctly because something was off. Yeah. So then she comes home, and she's like, I could have gone to the dentist 2 weeks ago. But you, as an idiot, are like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
I thought it was going to be an abscess or something, they cut it open and had to drain it or something like that, but that wasn't.
No, I just don't think. I think they, the way they did the filling was wrong.
I got a dude who gave me a.
They could have grown her. They could have grown her a new tooth. That was the issue.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, now she's got lab-grown teeth to go to. That's a go-to as well. Maybe she can grow it and just
How long does it
Maybe
take them? But how long does it take them to grow a tooth?
Let me see.
I mean, like, legitimately, how long does it take them to grow a tooth?
42 years. No,
Will I get a new one by then?
No, I don't know. I imagine it's like a couple months or something. There's some lady showing a tooth in this article. I don't know. Who cares?
Can they control if it's an incisor or a molar?
You know what? They probably like shape it or something.
As it's growing?
Probably shape it like your tooth. Maybe. Yeah, maybe they can grow it in your, like take a mold of your mouth or your tooth and then grow it.
Speaking of calcium, Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Was married to Percy Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
Percy Shelley died by drowning, and she was so heartbroken when he was cremated, his heart didn't burn because it was calcified. I said, speaking of calcium, right? So she took his calcified heart and kept it in her desk drawer for years.
And where is it now?
I don't know where it is now. I just know she kept it in the desk.
Did she hand it down to someone?
Here, anyway. have Dad's heart.
Well, on that note, let's stop.
Why stop now?
Well, I don't know. I think that's a good point, and I've got some other stories we can do in the next episode.
Keeping it quick, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really... We'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's what I learned in the last year. Most podcasts now, when you watch them or you're listening to them, it's just some guys or girls like sitting around just talking.
Just talking about stuff.
Calcified hearts, eating a burger.
If it's calcified, how do you get a calcified heart? Is that how he died? How do you get a calcified heart?
He drowned.
He drowned and then was he like sitting in the water for a long time and it just kind of...
It must have. I mean,
the minerals in the water.
Like, how does it? Is it because the blood is like in there and it hardens and? Like petrified wood.
Yeah. But
not that the petrified wood drowned.
That takes a long time to create a petrified wood.
Yeah, you're not keeping that in your desk drawer.
I wonder if that's like that's a business idea.
Calcified hearts of your loved ones?
Yeah, like they die, we'll take out their heart and calcify it and you can have it on your desk.
And you can store it in a T-Rex bag.
Exactly.
Done. Lock it up.
That's it.
We're
going into business.
That's a good one. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.